And Goku, he is ready, and boom, the episode ends. And what I really like about this, I used to see this a lot of effect, I think back in like Dragon Ball and Z, where they go from cell shaded animation to right here where it's a more painterly look. They start talking and realizing that, oh snap, we're going to need a new passcode in order to get into the second demon realm. And Panzy ends up mentioning that, hey, she knows someone who can hack into this. So we get a look at this bug looking guy, clear classic Toriyama design. And so he's like, yeah, I can definitely hack into the system. And so I believe he comes up with a new passcode of 1022, basically for when they get to the second demon realm, because he was able to hack into their system like that. And he also ends up basically letting them know that that their fellow friends have also arrived in the third demon realm, and would you like me to have them, let them know your location so they can catch up and stuff. And he's like, yeah, should we start waiting for them? And Goku's like, nah, I want to get to the fight the Tamagami. And so she's like, well, you heard the man, tell them goodbye for now, they can catch up. And East Kaioshin's like, do you think we're going into this battle with the Tamagami? Should we really not wait for Vegeta and Piccolo to arrive? And Goku's like, nah, I want to fight and test them on my own first. So typical Saiyajin response. All right, so we get this cool effect of the volcano going off, and here we are. Bulma, aka Gomah, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Hibiscus have all arrived in the third demon realm, and Bulma is first to notice that, wow, this place reeks. It stinks. Vegeta, he's traveled all over the universe. He's probably smelled much more worse, and I'm not sure how Namekian scent works, so Piccolo seems unfazed. And once again, clear Star Wars with the hologram. We get clear Star Wars references here. Toriyama being a big fan of Star Wars, and I thought this conversation was funny. So Hibiscus is like, can he go now? He said he's got a date, and King Caden's like, you don't even have a girlfriend. And he's like, I need you to guide them and stay with them. I'll pay you in as much pizza as you want. And so Hibiscus is like, sure, but make sure it's a large pizza with lots of worms on it. And she's like, what? Oh, that's what they eat out here in the demon realm? And she cannot... Bulma cannot believe it at all, and there you go. You have Caden saying it's a deal. So we get this gorgeous backdrop of the sun setting as they land in this village, and there we go. We have our first look at the Tamagami. So these things have been hyped up, and the music here changed a lot. Ominous, very ominous music. So it's like, okay, now we're getting down to serious business. So we get our first look at the Tamagami's legs. We get a look at its torso, and there you see it means all business. And there it is. They're right in front of it. These things are very stoic. They just sit there waiting for someone to challenge them for the Dragon Ball. And they look like machines and stuff. A lot of robotic design. So definitely clear Toriyama design there. And we get a look at the third Dragon Ball on it. And Son Goku mentions that this is as big as the Dragon Balls on planet Namek. And Goku, he is ready. He is excited to see what this thing has got. But first, there's one thing. First he actually mentions how big that mallet is and wonders if he's going to fight with it. And the Glorio ends up telling him, yeah, you better use your Neo Bow, aka Power Bow. And Goku's like, what? He says, I gotta fight with this? He said, that thing will destroy my Neo Bow. And Panzy's like, yeah, that's what we've been saying. No one's ever beaten these into a fight. She mentions even Dabura, aka Dabura, was not able to beat these things, which to us, the audience, what does that mean? We know Dabura is around perfect or super perfect Cell's power, because even after 7 years of training, even before Vegeta got the Majin boost in power from Babidi, we saw that obviously to Goku and Vegeta, he was no match for them. And when they fought each other at SS2, they were both way stronger than what Cell and what Dabura probably were. When we saw how easily Fat Boo was wrecked by Dabura, and we saw saw even Dabura even looked like he may have struggled with Gohan, who seemed to be a lot less stronger than who was less stronger than what he was against Cell. So how big of a deal that is. And this is the reason I've been saying so many times through Dragon Ball DAIMA is I really am wondering about the power scale of these Tamagamis, because they know Son Goku defeated Majin Buu, and Majin Buu is revered in both the outside realm and in the demon realm. And so are we supposed to basically believe, well, even Majin Buu couldn't have taken these Tamagamis on? I really wonder where the power rankings going to be with these guys. And so before the fight can begin, because I'm pretty sure everybody was ready for the fight to start, Goku says he needs some more food and needs to use the bathroom. So they go to this nearby village, because we can't get enough of these villages and these realms. We get some more eating some whatever these things are, and Goku's eating them good and all that stuff, and he's talking to this old timer and talking about how the Tamagamis have never lost a fight, and he gets pointed to where the bathroom is, and this guy's like, these kids, they're so carefree, they don't realize what they're getting themselves into if they were to fight the Tamagami and stuff. So he thinks the Goku's just some kid bluffing, and Goku comes out basically as soon as you hear the toilet flush. Goku comes right out, and I'm like, did the boy even wash his hands? Yeah, I don't know, or he's just wiping them on his pants. And he's like, all right, I'm ready to fight these Tamagamis, and he's like, I'm all full. And Panzy is basically wondering, like, well, with Goku, like, didn't you just have 2 meals from those dumplings earlier? He's like, yeah, but I needed some more. He said I didn't have to eat as much, only half. So Goku's ready, and he's ready to fight Tamagami, and Pansy's like, why is he like this? And in East Kaioshin, like, that's just how Son Goku is. And then we finally get to the episode. So with a little bit more filler stuff out the way and more hype out the way, it has finally arrived to this moment. After all the hype, the Tamagami, who we understand is Tamagami number 3, is going to has a face-off with Son Goku. And Goku, he's telling everybody, stay back, I got this. So Goku runs right up to him, and the guy just yells out, what do you want? And man, this thing, sound waves are going all through them, and even I was watching this, I was like, whoa, okay. And this thing's creating a big giant shockwave in the whole area, and the old guy's like, oh snap, that kid was spitting, he actually gonna fight him for real? And Son Goku, basically, he's like, I love their son too. Their son has a 3-star Dragon Ball right there, so that's pretty cool in that tree over there. And Goku's like, yeah, I'm here to challenge you. And the Tamagami number 3, he basically pulls up his mallet and he starts switching the thing up, like, boom, goes ahead and does a very dramatic pose. Isn't it like the Sentai? I mean, the stuff that the Power Rangers was based off of. I forget the term for it, but they kind of do that epic pose. We've seen the Ginyu Force and stuff like that do that before. So he's on guard. He's like, all right, come on and challenge me. And so Son Goku, basically, not to be outdone, he's seeing this guy's got a lot of speed to be able to take a big giant mallet like that and throw it around effortlessly. Boom, he is ready to go. So Goku takes out his Neobo, boom, and is ready, on guard. And there we go, both have their weapons, they're ready. So it's cool, we're gonna see a not just a hand-to-hand combat showdown, but a weapon showdown here in this episode. And Goku, he is ready, and boom, the episode ends. And what I really like about this, I used to see this a lot of effect, I think back in like Dragon Ball and Z, where they go from cell shaded animation to right here where it's a more painterly look. Of course, now it's all digital, so we're going from digital cell shading up to digital paintings. Let me get another. And we get our next episode preview, and because of course they waited. This reminds me of that episode, by the way, where they were hyping up Son Goku versus Cell, but there was that filler episode first where they had Mark Satan, aka Mr. Satan's pupils, fighting Cell first.